first sessions here, so looking forward to a great event.
Summer heat and tundra cold and throwing a storm of three. Stakes are high, there's always a risk when you're playing the game of trees.
Big boys dream place. Plenty of stuff.
Game of trees, we're having fun.
It's easy.
Well, hey, I'm here with Sam Hill. You know, growing up in North Dakota, we used to say, "What the Sam Hill is going on around here?"
Yeah.
Not only in North Dakota, but
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
it's great stuff.
I'm going to try to.
All right.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
So, Sam, you were the chair for
Yep.
the review committee on our A300 standards. So, why don't you just kind of give it? There's kind of a big change this year.
Right. So during this most current review cycle, we took the various parts, there were 10 parts, and we consolidated them all into one document. And we didn't just smash things together, but one of the things that we wanted to do was kind of harmonize everything, make our definitions apply across all the standards, make the things that generally applied to every section, align that, and just so we didn't either have redundancies or conflicts.
Right.
So that was the main thing, is making it a more usable document for the user.
And now it's one document
That's right.
instead of
Right.
like 10.
Yeah, and it's on the same review cycle, so instead of having the 2017 pruning standard and the 2018 soil management standard, they're all, if you have the current standard, you have
They're
all of them.
synchronized. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great session here, and thanks so much for all your work.
You bet.
Yeah,
Great
right.
input. Thank you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
MonkeyBeaver.com.
That's what's like that, yep. Okay.
You guys got a visit.
You doing cash or card?
Card.
Okay.
Awesome saddle here. And you can get these custom made.
So, have you seen our depth gauges?
That's a cool back.
So, have you seen our depth gauges?
A monkey plus a beaver made for this. Having fun. We got West Coast Saw being represented here. Hey Jeff. Got August here, taking a break. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
All right, we're here at Arbor Risk. This is actually my insurance guy. So, for a lot of years now. Yeah, has been. And We appreciate that. Yeah, and so we've done a lot together, and he's actually from Wisconsin, so you know, Game of Trees came out of Wisconsin. That's where we are. But you're not only in Wisconsin, right?
We work in 38 states.
Okay, 38 states. So tell us a little bit about, you know, why should somebody, maybe a small arborist, you know, a lot of guys starting out are kind of watching Game of Trees and trying to pick up their tips. Why should they come? What do you have for them?
Sure. Well, thank you. Thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah.
No, we are an agency focused just on tree care companies. So we help companies really understand that when you're buying insurance, it's part of the risk management process.
Yeah.
Right. That's just one part of it. You have to do a lot of other things to make sure you have a lower risk to your company. And that's probably the best thing that we've done is one stat that we use, 98% of the companies, or 98% of the claims that we see, whether it's an accident, whether it's a work comp injury, whether it's equipment failure, have to deal with either your safety culture, how you handle your injuries, or your driver management, how you handle your drivers. So we help companies manage those three areas to really lower their insurance costs long term. And it's something that we're really proud of, how we built it, make it simple and easy for them to use so that they can get information from us to run their business better. And we do that for all of our clients now. So.
And to get that money, you know, 2 years in a row now, we've gotten a rebate on the audit. When you have an insurance audit, you get money back.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. And so, you know, we really appreciate that. And
that's because you're doing safe business and you're not having injuries, you're not having claims. So by handling all that stuff the right way in the beginning, it helps your cost long term. So that's huge.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, Eric will help you get what you need. So if you're a small guy starting out, set yourself apart. Get your insurance. Now, certified arborist, that helps people, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yes. A lot of our insurance companies make that a minimum requirement, actually.
Okay.
They want to see that you have dedication to the industry and that you actually have the credential. Unfortunately, it's the most common credential that the insurance company looks at, right?
Right.
We know it's not really necessarily about safety.
Exactly.
It's about professional work and doing the right job while on the job site. So that is a requirement that a lot of insurance companies have. But it's good for your business, as you know. Then you can market yourself that way as the professional, as the person that's going to be there to truly give advice to your customer.
Yeah.
So we definitely promote that designation along with the CTSP and TCIA and all of that. Really what insurance companies need to do is make a profit. And it's our job to help sell your company to the insurance company by saying they do this, they do that, they do this. This is why they're not going to have claims. This is why you need to give them a lower cost. And credentials are a big part of that for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, good. Now you guys got some tips. So, Game of Trees, we're having fun here at the show. Okay, yeah, and you are actually someone that knew Norm Hall, who was recently passed. So tell us a little bit about your connection with Norm.
Yeah, Norm was, as we all know, a fantastic member of the tree care industry. Just the community that the love he gave back to the community was incredible. He was a big promoter of Arborisk and our agency and what we're doing with our company for the industry as well. So we definitely miss him. We're shocked about the news, as we all are. And yeah, I just really want to thank him, thank his family for all the contribution that he made to the industry. So,
well, thanks, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's going to be missed for sure. So.
Here we are at the Busch Gardens. How you guys doing? Enjoying the show? Yeah. Sure. Give a quick idea of yourself and then.
I was just gonna straight go into
Yeah.
mushies. Okay, I'm Chelsea Abbott. I'm gonna show you some mushies. All right, we'll start off with the big bad. This one is Kretschmaria dusta. It is a crust-like 2D structure fungus. This is its wintering stage. It'll grow at the base of the tree, oftentimes touching the soil line. It looks like boardy, crusty, brittle cinder, but when it's young, it's soft and velveteen gray. I was gonna toss it, but I won't. All right, this one's Inonotus striatus, AKA weeping conch. It's obviously dried out, but you can see some of the holes from where those old weeping spots were coming from. You can even see it's caramelized a little bit. This is going to be a white rotter of the root rots, oftentimes on oaks. And you can even see, look how insects have been burrowing into it. Those are insect holes, sorry.
Perfect.
All right, keep going. All right, this is Ganoderma applanatum. It is a perennial conch, which means when you rip it off the tree, it has layers as it grows and puts a new spore layer on every single year. It is a good shelf fungus and a pretty aggressive white rotter on oaks. I don't think there's any other idea. We'll do a quick one of that. All right, let's do varnish conch. It's sister, another Ganoderma, but very different. Comes in different varieties because this one's annual, meaning it will not produce multiple spore layers, but because of the name, it has a shiny top at all points. So it's a little bit difficult to see because it's dried out, but here's would be where the varnish is, and if you turn this one over, you can see that sort of varnish color there as well. White rotter, not as aggressive, but still a big one. And then our last but not least, we have these rhizomorphs, and these are essentially hyphae or mycelia amassed together. And this is actually the growing vegetative structure of armillaria root rot or shoestring root rot.
Perfect.
Yeah. We're here at the TCIA Expo, and you're the field rep. Yep. And, so just quickly, just on the Expo, why should someone come to Expo?
Man, why shouldn't you be here, honestly?
Yeah.
You know as well as I do. I would say top three things, by all means, is come to see the latest and the greatest gear and equipment because it'll improve you as an arborist, make you more efficient, make you safer, whatever, make life easier. Number two is learn and get around the education part. I wouldn't be as good of an arborist as I am today if I didn't stay in tune with what's going on and get these educational moments and take everyone I can get my hands on because as you know as well as I do, it's like you improve with everything you know you take with you, even if you don't use it, it still will help you. So learn as much as you can, and I think part 3 is doing this. Just hanging out with people, friends, making new friends, feeling the support of the whole industry. When you go back home, man, I'm rejuvenated. I can't wait to get back in the field and climb trees because I have this great feeling that just rubs off. Don't you even have to get too active, just be here. It rubs off and you go home and you feel fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean not only do we never stop learning, you got to be hungry all the time, but then just that energy that you get from other people.
Yeah,
you know, and
by all
seeing people
means.
you don't see but only a few times a year.
Yeah.
And in that regard, to segue, you know, we're missing somebody this year that is a pretty significant icon in our industry and somebody we knew well.
Yes.
You know, Norm Hall.
Yeah, taught me so much. And the one thing I always loved about Norm is he was always a volunteer. He would give everywhere he went. You couldn't go to a championship tree climb in Illinois at his chapter and not see Norm there working his butt off every year, every conference. He'd be here. Definitely miss him, but he's changed how I think about tree work. And I talk about longevity a lot, right? People always ask me, how do you still do what you do at this level and for so long, and why do you love it and all this? And I think, like, I'm not unique. Like, there's guys ahead of me like Norm. He did it his whole life. His dad did it his whole life. I mean, you can't say enough good things about a guy like Norm, and I'm blessed to have known him all my friends.
And I can't echo that enough. You know, just he was a master of the craft.
Yeah.
You know, wrote and he knew all things rope.
Unreal.
You know, his splicing skills were incredible.
Yeah. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking
Oh,
about it.
me
honestly.
too. I'm just like lighting up.
I'm thinking stories. Every time I talk to somebody about Norm, I think of stories. Like, a lot of people don't know he created the quarter wrap.
Yeah.
The very first quarter wrap was out of his brain with Scott Prophet. Another thing I'll give him 100% credit for is one of the first people I've ever talked to that used rope slings for crane work that I can ever remember in my history. Me, him, and Todd Kramer talked about it. As soon as I thought of it on my end, they were doing it. He was doing it. Todd was doing it. And we just got together and created this better system as a group.
Remember his balancer?
Yeah, the balancer.
And the spider legs off the balance.
Yeah. He was a pioneer. Guys like Norm are an asset to everybody that is around him, and he's definitely a big miss for all of us in the industry. Even if you didn't know him, you're missing out. He did contribute to things that people shared that don't even give him credit for.
Just that quiet strength.
Very good, yeah. But very supportive.
Yeah.
Norm even would come at me on social media and say nice comments to posts like a crane pick. That was a perfect cut, Mark.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I'm like,
Likewise.
says Uncle Norm, the legend himself. So it's a big feather in my hat. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about Norm. He's a fantastic guy, and can't believe he's gone. But you know, is what it is. That's life.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mark. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, same. But we've known each other a long time too.
Yeah, we go.
I can think of memories with this guy from way back, competition days, and in random places, in Minneapolis.
I think I broke a 4x4 sheet of plywood, right?
You did. You blasted down. You crashed out of that work climb and hit it bullseye, and just was like all about boom, like superhero style. Like the floor shook around us. We're like, damn, you crashed that thing, but you stayed on your feet, all muscle. Like, damn. That's a funny memory. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
All right, man. Take care.
Good seeing you, man. Yep.
We missed.
Don't edit.
We're here at the TCIA Big Show 2023 Expo. I'm here at the All Gear booth. And how are you guys enjoying the show?
We're really enjoying the show. It's been a great couple days so far. We've been really busy and having a lot of fun.
Yeah, and what do you guys do?
We're a road company, and this year we're actually showcasing our new saddle that's going to be coming out, our Blackjack 2 in 2024.
Really?
Excited about it.
And we think of these Expo events, and it's the networking and education that we get. And there's an absence this year in a good friend, Norm Hall.
Yeah.
So and he meant a lot to you guys.
Yeah, Norm was an employee at All-Gear for a long time, splicing for us. He taught us all a lot. I know all of us have learned how to splice from Norm Hall, and it's been a great asset to the All-Gear team.
Yeah, I love working with Norm. He's such a kind dude at heart, and he always had a funny joke to tell us at the splicing table while we were learning, and always making us laugh.
Yeah, one of the most knowledgeable people that you can talk to in this industry, and any questions that I ever had about splicing or any type of rope, anything along those lines, Norm knew everything about it. It was awesome.
Yeah, Norm knew as many people in this industry as anybody, and everybody knew Norm, and nobody had anything but kind things to say about him, and he was an expert in how to use products and how to use them safely. Norm was a master at safety, which is he had a lot to do with the safety advances in this industry. So I've learned a lot from Norm. I'll never know as much as Norm knew, and I thank him for his time, and myself and All-Gear and the industry are really going to miss him.
That's awesome. Thanks, guys, for that tribute. Yeah. And thanks for all you do.
Yes.
We definitely like you at the Game of Trees.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin.
We're gonna keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Keep growing and being good partners. Yeah.
Take care. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we're here at the show. I'm here with Chris from Intrepid Motors. So yeah, it's been a good show for you, Chris?
Yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah.
This year, TCIA Expo is probably the best show for us throughout the year. I sell pretty much all my loaders go to Arborists. That's my main market. So yeah, TCIA is the place to be. That's where the decision makers come, and the crews that run the machines, my customers come out here to check them out, check out the
Cool.
The nice thing about TCIA is my customers link up together, so they share experiences they have with the machine. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're standing in front of a 130, and this has the fancy cab on it.
Yeah, it has a fancy cab.
We've got a 130. We really like it. It's got the open cab. But what's the advantage of the 130?
130 is our largest machine currently in lineup, and it's powered by a 15-to-5 4-cylinder diesel Kubota engine. And it's a pretty powerful loader. It's actually the largest loader where you sit on top of the engine. So a lot of loaders in this size class, you have that engine sticking out on the back. You don't have that tail swing on this machine. It's a very compact machine that way.
That's
worry about that.
That's one of the features I really like is that tail is not swinging when you go around a corner. That corner of the house or whatever, it just jumps out at you if that tail is swinging. Now you never have to worry about that back corner.
It's also got a really good lift height, so it's a 10.5-foot pin height, dump height, and that's not zero weight. That's really good. Show it for a machine like this. Yeah, all steel. I mean, easy to work on. And
we love the access.
Yeah,
everything red you can get into, and you can get into it fairly easily.
Right. Filter changes, you don't have to remove components out of the engine to place a filter on it. You just remove the panels and access to the filters. Yeah. So it's the machine's built with serviceability in mind. And quality and longevity.
And that's important for our because we work things.
You're right. It's an understatement. It's an understatement. You guys are tough on equipment. So far, so good. With Intrepid and the tree care industry, we've done really, really well.
Yeah. Well, great. Yeah. Well, thanks, Chris. We're real happy with ours.
Kevin, I appreciate you being a customer of ours and getting out here and showing this out.
Yeah. This is Big Boy's Dream Place. Plenty of stuff.
Game of Trees, we're having fun.
when you're playing the game of trees.